I realized, when I look back, I realized that that's not that psychologist's fault. Psychologist's cup was empty. And that psychologist did not take any help to fill that cup. That's why that psychologist was so sarcastic with me without knowing that their words can destroy someone's life or make someone's life.
Welcome to episode number 24 of the 100 Successful Women, a Conversation to Inspire series. Conversation number 24 with this wonderful woman who have given me so much knowledge around how can we become better version of ourselves. Most of these women have shown their persistency in making changes in their life to make things happen and share with us how they get out of their comfort zone to live a better life now. I am truly grateful for all this conversation I had with each and every one of these beautiful ladies. Today, another strong-willed woman, Fizza Kashif Khan, joined me in the conversation. She's not only knowledgeable, she's strong, but also has a great sense of humor as well. I had so much fun talking to her since our first brief conversation, which turned into a 2-hour Zoom call. I love listening to her stories and how she changed her life from her visit to a psychologist who humiliated her. From an immigrant to a relationship guru who is now helping other immigrant professionals to gain confidence in the new country. I believe her topic is going to resonate with a lot of people who relocate to a new country to start a new life. Let's all have a listen to Fizza's stories coming up next. How are you doing today?
Good morning, Vivienne. Yeah, I'm good. Thank you. And thank you for having me.
I am so grateful to have you on here, Fizza. So for those of you listeners out there, so I and Fizza was literally just connected maybe last 2 weeks. And we had a conversation which meant to be for 15 minutes. And then it's ended up for 2 hours, I think. And she was so kind to actually join my Facebook group on that certain day, and she actually shared her stories. So before we go any further, Fizza Kashif Khan, do you want to introduce who is really Fizza is?
Oh my God, who is Fizza Kashif Khan? Yeah. Fizza Kashif Khan is a relationship guru, and I help immigrant professionals who struggle with self-doubt to regain confidence, unlock their success, and enjoy happy, fulfilling relationship by being authentic, by being who they are. Why I choose to become relationship guru or coach, there is a bit of background, and I quickly, instead of telling you the whole long story, I will just share only in few lines that when I came to Australia, I started my life from scratch. When I was in my country, I'm from Pakistan, and when I came here, imagine life in Pakistan from abundance from abundance to scratch. It was very challenging, and I came here as a spouse of international student, and being international student is like a very bad label, or like it's like it's not a respectable thing for people who are here as a permanent resident or citizen, because they treat students as, they are just, they are not an important personality, or they are not an important person. So when I came here, when I looked at my husband's face at the airport, I was like, oh God, please, please don't let it prove right whatever I just feel by looking at him. And I was like, God, no, please, no. But I had a fear, I had doubts, and all those fears and doubts were real, because the story was totally different. But he did not tell us that how he were going through. He came here in 2008 December. I came here on 26th of May to 2009. So, and I had depression, anxiety, feeling not good enough, because new environment, new people, new start of life, and totally new cultural values and different people not aligned with my values. It was so confusing. That made me lost and confused.
Can I ask you something, Fizza?
Yes,
because
please.
You mentioned earlier when you were in the airport, your husband came here first. So was he actually having some challenges that he didn't tell you as well? That's why you thought, you didn't realize that probably there are challenges for him as well, but then he didn't want you to get worried or something like that?
Yes, he was going through lots of challenges at that time. He lost his job, no proper source of income. People were using and abusing him by giving them the flyers. And when he distributed the flyers, you know, that letterbox dropping stuff that people drop the flyers and put it in the letterboxes.
Yeah.
And when they get the work, they don't even pay him.
Oh.
And they abuse him, use him, insulted him, and harassed him or threatening him by saying that if you will create a problem, we will let immigration know, and they can cancel your student visa. He did not know the rules at that time. He did not have any understanding at that time. That's why he was like, whatever anyone say, he follow.
Wow.
And that is why people use and abuse students so much. I'm not talking about any particular nationality. I'm talking about in general.
Well, so you have the you did say that you came here in 2009 and you saw this situation in your husband himself, and you experienced some challenges, like you say. I think you did mention that you have all this anxiety during that time.
I had anxiety, I had depression, I had panic attacks. Whenever I receive phone call from my mom or siblings, I don't want them to hang up. And as soon as they say, okay, we will talk some other time, I started crying and I said, please don't hang up the phone, otherwise I will die. Please stay with me on phone. And my mom was so angry that what's going on with you? You never behave like that. I did not even know the terminology, depression, anxiety, panic attacks when I was in my country, because we lived in a joint family system. And it was closely knitted, connected, family system. But when I came here, new people, new environment, and living on sharing with totally different family, it's very challenging, very challenging. Wow. And the thing was, when I went to the doctor, he was like, we had medical insurance, although we need to pay, then we need to reimburse that. We need to claim that. So I went to the doctor and he said that you better take, he recommended me antidepressant. He gave me antidepressant. And when I started taking that, I was like, what the hell is going on with me? My nervous system slowed down. I was not able to think properly. It takes me so long for me to think and decide what I need to do for the whole day. Because I was like, what the hell is going on with me? I was not like this. And I feel so sleepy the whole day. And when I look at my daughter, she was around nearly 2.5 years old at that time. And I was like, no, what's going on with me? And my sister was getting a degree in pharmacy at that time. And I was like, when I discussed with her my situation, she was like, stop taking antidepressant. That is emotionally numbing you, your mind, and the whole body. Go out of the house, start meeting people, talk to them.
Wow.
And instead of, doctor told me to take half, I thought that it might help me to stand up again and regain my energy. I took the whole tablet.
Wow.
And I did not even realize that. And I called my sister and I said, look, I'm feeling so tired, so sleepy. My mind is totally numb. I can't even cook. I feel so sleepy and my head is spinning and I feel like to vomit. And she said, what's wrong? When I told her that I took the whole tablet, and she said, you will have nervous breakdown if you will not go to bed, if you will not sleep. Turn on the cartoons, let your daughter to sit with you, beside you, and you go to sleep. Go and lie down on the couch. Imagine, Vivienne, imagine the side effect of antidepressant.
It's really bad. I can totally out of the antidepressant or something like that. I literally, the medication do so much harm. Because you are talking about medication, I suddenly remember, because just few days ago, literally I saw on a Facebook post that was happening in the USA. I'm not sure you did see that news or not. The little girl who took the medication, which is for, I think it's helping with ADHD or something like that, that created so much harm to the girl that she literally had so many imagination in her head. And what happened ended up is that she ended up killing her own brother.
Oh my God.
That's what medication can do to change our mind. And that's so sad to read that news. And I am so grateful that you're actually out of that medication.
Yes,
yourself. And
absolutely.
I wanted to tell the listeners out there as well. The purpose of this 100 Successful Women is to share stories of women who actually overcome something. So obviously, Fizza, as you can hear from her story, she used to be that someone who need antidepressant, and she was in the anxiety mode. She have overcome her challenges. Do you want to share with us how did you do that, Fizza?
Oh my goodness. It was very challenging, Vivienne. It's very challenging for me. And before I get to that story, about my story, you are talking about ADHD. Guys, whoever is listening, I had PTSD. There is another thing. OCD is another thing. There are different terminologies, for God's sake. You don't need any medicine for that. You just need to get into the root cause, what created these terminologies and these symptoms in you. What created, what happened in your life that push you to have this disorder. You did not born with that. I did not born with depression and anxiety. And doctor keep on saying, okay, keep on taking that. Otherwise, I will refer you to a specialist, and that specialist will diagnose you further. Maybe you have PTSD. And I was like, what's that? Because this is all bookish terminologies, guys. This is all, they follow their books. They don't follow your heart. And when I discussed with my sister, thank God that she was studying those days, and she said, stop it. Stop it. This is all because of your loneliness, because you used to be center of attention. Whenever anything is going to happen, you are the one who helped every single person in the family to organize those things, like parties, like picnics, every single thing.
When you was in Pakistan?
Yeah. And I was a very active person who is always there for everyone. Genuinely, not as a people pleaser, genuinely. Imagine from there to here. And when doctor said, oh, I might refer you to a specialist, and there's the PTSD. And I'm like, come on. You don't know why what I'm going through with. And then I decided to stand up. I throw those tablets and I said, to hell with you. I am strong enough. And I threw those tablets and I started going. I take my daughter in a pram because, you know, the rampy roads in Sydney. I used to be in Sydney those days. And because I said, nah, imagine from the car to that, you know, walk. I did not even walk in my life the way I walked and enjoy walking on different streets after coming here. And I started greeting each and every single person on the way to the library, to the park, to the shopping center. I did not used to have money because I know that it's useless. So because we can't afford that at that time, because my husband was only bread earner at that time. And then I started having issues with the person, that auntie that we used to live on sharing. But I'm very grateful to her that she gave her a space to stay. She provided us accommodation. And then I was like, no, I'm here for a reason. I must have to find that reason. And we relocate from that suburb to another one. And when we reach there, and my husband, when we visit that place, oh my God, my depression was coming on surface again, because that apartment was so yuck. Because, you know, when students, especially male, when they live together, they don't have a time to do cleaning and all that, because they go to uni and then get home, then go to work. And when we reached there, my husband looked at me and he was like, are you happy with that? Because I wanted to get rid of that accommodation. I said, yeah, it's fine. And he looked at me and said, Fizza, is this okay for you? And I said, yeah, it's fine. Kitchen, cockroaches was in kitchen. When I opened the drawers and the cupboards just to see, cockroaches were there. And when they showed us our room, oh my God, it was so stinky, so smelly. Oh, and I said, yeah, it's fine. It's fine. And I asked myself, what the hell going on with you, Fizza? And I said, shut up, shut up, shut up. This is not my country. We must have to prefer the peace of mind rather than that accommodation. And it was a very small room with a small bed. Even we can't even sleep properly with our daughter, 3 people on that small bed. And when we move here, I get busy. I clean up the whole house, whole unit, apartment. I clean up the kitchen. And I said, okay, this is my place. Because I'm the only woman here. So I said, okay, I accepted this place as my own, rather than that we are living on sharing. Because those two boys, they woke up at 5 o'clock, they left home, they came home around 7 o'clock in the evening after uni and their job. So for the whole day, I was the ruler in that home, in that apartment. So in that way, I started recovering from depression, get busy in cleaning, cooking. And I told them that you don't need to cook, I will cook for you. And then as soon as I finish everything, I take my daughter out to that, that community group and pre-nursery and park, that, not a shopping center. Yeah, we go to the library, park, and that just roaming around on the main street where they have different shops.
Wow.
And whenever depression, whenever I feel like I'm confused, I'm lost, I divert my attention. And I started talking to people about job, that, hey, I'm looking for work. And I went to one shop where people, that was my first, I just went there to experiment that how I feel. But when I went there and my husband said, okay, he did not stop me. And that was on a vegetable shop. And I went there, I was like, the fruits and veggie store. I went there, I was on the tilt. I did not even tolerate that the men, when they were giving me money, they touched my hand. And I was like, yo, no. And next day I said, no, I'm not going. I'm not going. Because this is not me. This is not me. Anyway, I went to one of, I was so eager to get the work because I don't like to depend on my husband because he was struggling.
Wow. So all this moving to the new place with the cockroaches and for you to do all the cleaning, was that after your conversation with your sister to stop all this medication?
I did not tell them that we moved to that place. I told my mom and my sister that we moved to another accommodation. I did not tell them that how this apartment looked like.
Wow. So how did you get that strength to just decided to move into that apartment? That because from what I understand, you have a very good life when you were in Pakistan.
Yeah.
And then coming here to live in the house with so many, so different, I would say. How did you overcome that feeling?
When we moved,
what made you to do the decision?
Look, there were so many things happening in our country when we were there, and security reasons, because my husband was he was vice president of one of the renowned bank, and he need to pass and sign documents first, because before it get in front of president of the bank for the approval. And he stopped doing that because whenever some documents missing, he said, "Now I'm not going to sign this file and approve it to give it to the president to approve it." And people did not like his honesty, unfortunately. And he started getting phone calls, threatening phone calls, life-threatening phone calls. So and that started affecting family. And one day we went to the party, and when we were coming back home, he stopped the car to get something from the shop. And as soon as he stopped the car, two motorbikes, they stopped, from one on my husband's side and one on my side. And they were like, okay, they showed their pistol. And they were like, whatever you guys have, just hand it over to us.
Mm-hmm.
And I said, I don't have anything. And he knocked my glass window and he was like, nah, open the lock, because I always lock my door. And as soon as I opened the door, he put the pistol on my daughter's head. And he said, I will kill her, shoot her. Otherwise, give me everything that you have, your mobile, your money, your bangles. And I was like, what the heck? He took our mobile and money, whatever we have. We gave it just to protect ourselves.
Wow.
And then we start having issues when where we used to live. People started coming to our place and they started creating a scene, and they started creating a problem for us. And my husband said, okay, I'm resigning from this job and I can't take it.
Wow,
Because somebody called him that you must have to approve and sign this file, otherwise you will be in the jail.
wow.
And I was like, and he was like, what the hell is going on? And when he discussed that with me, I said, I think it's time for us to move on, whether to Dubai or Singapore or Malaysia. And he said, what about Australia? And I was like, really? I said, yeah, let's go.
Mm. Wow, so that's the reason that you like escape from that situation and come to Australia. And then you are here and you've been through other challenges as well. And you have become, so from that job that you mentioned earlier, is that from there that, how did you get into like now a guru in relationship? How did you get from there to here?
I was not working in Pakistan before marriage, before my wedding. I used to be a school teacher and librarian, but unfortunately, my qualification, it does not recognize here. So I was like, okay, forget about it. Forget about it. They said, do this training, do this. And I asked them, what's the guarantee that I will get the job? And I can't do it because for the students at that time, training, certificate for in training and assessment, that used to be $10,000. And I was like, no, I can't afford it. And whenever I discuss with people, they were like, you are a student. And I feel like it's a slang for me, because the way they call me a student or the spouse of a student, I get so embarrassed. Because, Vivienne, when you say the thing, the way you say the thing, that's really counts.
Yeah, that people just being sarcastic to say something.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
They don't empathize with me. They were sarcastic with me.
Yeah, people just being judgmental when they say something like that. So you have to overcome all these challenges whereby people don't accept you or being compassionate with where you are. So how did you get out of all this shit situation?
Oh my goodness. During my depression and anxiety process, my GP, he said, I'm referring you to one of the psychologists. And I was like, how much that cost me. And he said that, don't worry, you have medical insurance, that will cover. And I said, but okay. And then I went to the psychologist. Oh my God. Unfortunately, at that time, I had a very bad luck. No, not a bad luck. No. If that psychologist don't mention that to me, that if you are feeling lost, if you are confused, if you are having a very lavish lifestyle, then what the hell you are doing here? And I was like, what? I said, I burn all my boats. I have no way to go back. But you have your mom, right? You have your siblings. They are not going to look after you. And I said, no. So why don't you go back to your country if you're not happy here? And I was looking at that psychologist and I was like, what the hell? I'm already going through suicidal thoughts. I'm already going through overthinking, negative self-talk, depression, anxiety, panic attacks. Is this the way to deal with people? And that day, Vivienne, seriously, I decided to be that person for the rest of the people that create a love, comfortable zone where they come to me and vent out their things and take my genuine help. Not saying, go back to your country or go for a walk, do the meditation. And I was practicing meditation, but my monkey mind did not stop. I get so irritated that I start hating myself. And I told that psychologist that I do meditate, but it didn't work. You are not doing it in the right way. I will tell you how to do it. I will share the link with you, this and that. And I said, okay. And as soon as I came out, I feel so suffocated in that psychologist's presence. Wow. I feel so suffocated that someone is just choking my neck.
Wow.
And in front of that psychologist, I feel like this psychologist is a bottleneck for me. No, who's not allowing me to expend my energy.
Wow, that's sad to have this psychologist that is meant to be helping you, but ended up making things worse. But everything that happens for a reason, like you say. It's Absolutely. Not bad luck for you. And then it's happening for you because in that moment you make the decision. Because in the moment a decision, a destiny is made, right?
Yeah, absolutely. And the thing is, I realized when I look back, I realized that that's not that psychologist's fault. That psychologist's cup was empty. And that psychologist did not take any help to fill that cup. That's why that psychologist was so sarcastic with me without knowing that their words can destroy someone's life or make someone's life. But in my case, that gave me totally different perspective, and that was my awakening.
Wow.
Because I choose to take it in a positive way. If I was someone who was like lack of confidence, always try to surrender, then that Fizza was totally different person. Or you might not see me or talk to me as a relationship guru, or maybe I passed away long time ago. It's only my strong willpower. I got it from my mom and from my dad.
Wow, it's a blessing that
you totally have that awakening on that particular session, and I'm so grateful that I'm here talking to you, right?
I am
Oh,
grateful. I am grateful. And it's a great privilege for me that you reach out to me, because we did not even get a chance to know each other.
that's right. And I love that your stories is so powerful, especially it is so true. A lot of immigrants or expats in the country that have similar background like you and me, they're probably suffering in silence.
Yeah.
And it's very important because without you sharing your story today, there will be a lot more previous version of Fizzas out there, right? There are so many people that didn't know where to reach out to. So I am so glad that you actually helping immigrants professionals. So I wanted to check with you, what are the criteria for you to help them now?
I am helping immigrant professionals, not only in Australia, all around the world.
Wow.
Why? There is a reason. Because immigrants are immigrants. New country, new environment, new situation, new family structure, new lifestyle. Everything starts from scratch, right? And the biggest hurdle, if you are married or in your relationship and moved with your partner, is argument, blaming game. That because of you, I move here. Because of you, you did not want to live there. Because of you, you were not happy in limited budget. You were not happy, blaming game. And
So
that
true.
affect relationship with ourselves, relationship with our loved ones, relationship with our kids. And those relationship is what's going on at home. And if you are not getting a job, your field job, your professional job, then you get into embarrassment or feeling of not good enough. Because having a white collar job is your only target, rather than doing security or any job which helps you to bring food on the table. Because in our culture, Vivienne, that having a white collar office job, 9 to 5, as a manager, as a CEO, is like a great status, no matter whether you are happy or not. But doing security or driving taxi or Uber is not a respectable job for anyone, those who are having ego or pride. And people who are doctors, lawyers, and engineers, or IT engineers, or psychologists, they don't see and look at these people with respect. And I'm talking about in general, not to any particular country, because I came across so many people who were like, oh, I am a manager of XYZ store. I am managing this, I'm managing that. But because of my friend circle, they are engineer, they have the same degree, but I did not get the job. And I told them, thank you for everything. Be grateful that you have a job or a source of earning income, that you are bringing food on your table. It's not necessary that you get what you really want. Maybe God has some other plans for you. And I gave them the tasking, okay, write the benefit of the work that you have right now. 100 reasons that why you are enjoying this job. Why do you like this job? And when they start writing it, they were like, whoa, that shifted their mind. Poops.
Yeah, of course. It's always the perspective, like you say earlier as well, right?
Yeah.
It have to be, as long as you have that abundance and gratitude attitude, there's so many things to be grateful for. And I love that you're saying that it is not about, I think from my understanding from what you're sharing earlier, it is not about whether it's blue or white collar. It is about the abundance mindset
Yeah.
and being grateful at where you are. And a lot of time when we are looking at things, we tend to see the things that we are so stubborn on those things that we don't have. And that creates something in ourselves that we are not good enough. We are so unfortunate. But in actual fact, if we focus on the things that we have and being grateful, the happiness is within us.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And I don't, I feel upset or sad that some people actually waiting to be happy.
At the cost of what?
I know there's people waiting, oh, wait until I have that earning that much money, I'll be happy. And at the end of the day, the happiness is like you keep on chasing your happiness, but the happiness actually is a choice.
Yeah. And by the end of the day, Vivienne, they regret, and on the hospital bed, I wish I choose to be happy. I wish. And to be honest, when people say white collar job, blue collar job, and I asked them, can you please, what is the definition for you? What is your definition of blue collar job and white collar job? What is the definition? To be honest, I don't even understand till now. What is the difference between white collar and blue collar? The only difference for me is, as far as you are happy with your family, you are having a quality time with your family, you are having a dinner with a peace of mind, by the end of the day, having a smile and laughter, cracking joke and learning about each other's day, discussing about how was your day today, about the daily routine. This is what matters. I swear, I'm not joking. I don't understand the meaning of blue collar. I don't understand the meaning of white collar because I never ever think about it. Because I saw my dad, my brothers, my uncles. I belong to a rich family. My granddad, he was, holy moly, he was so rich. My dad, he was a renowned businessman of my country. I'm born with the golden spoon in my mouth. By my parents, they feed me with the golden spoon, but they look at me with the eyes of the tiger or the lion. And it's okay. Last night, I was helping my daughter in something, and my daughter said, how do you know this? And I said, beside having maids, beside having servants, my mom, she made us learn every single thing. That's why I'm happy here that I can easily cook. I do everything on my own. And I get back to the question that how I help immigrant professional. You know what? I had been through that. My husband been through that. I know the pain. I know the pain of disconnection with your truth, that who you were in your country, who you were when you were born, and who you are right now. Wow. It's a totally different thing, two different personality. And people when say, Fizza, I feel lost and confused, that clicks that, hey, Fizza, you were also in that boat.
Yes, that's true.
And when I started asking them different questions, I get to the root cause. I work on the root causes, not on symptoms.
Mm.
And when I get to the root causes, I was like, whoa, okay. And then I start asking about their childhood. And when I ask them, okay, how committed you are to change your life by connecting with your amazing, authentic self that you used to be. And if their answer is 9 and 10, then I said, okay, I'm the right person for you. Because I hold their hands and walk with them on their transformational journey. Otherwise, I used to work with those people who were committed, like who were, oh, I'm not 100% committed, I'm 60% committed. I said, okay, fine, I'm the right fit. However, I realized that now they were not committed. They were my time waster. They feel good by talking to me, by getting my energy, but they were not honest in whatever tasking I give them to take action in their daily life.
That's so true. Yeah, because you can't help people that don't want to change. And there is a Chinese proverb that saying that if a cow don't want to drink the water, even though you lead them to the river, you can't push their head down to the river and drink, right?
Absolutely. This is what happened with me in the past. And I received 2 very crucial feedback that shattered my confidence, because I gave them not 100%, Vivienne, 1000% of my knowledge and my skills, because I know that they need me. However, after 6 months or during the session, they start bashing me. You do this, you do that, you made money, but you did not help us to change the life. Hey, come on. Were you taking 100% action? Whatever we designed for you, and that's your future plan. That's your creation of your destiny, not mine. I was only the source.
Yeah, that's so true. If they don't take 100% responsibilities of their life, you can't help them.
Did you take action? You made money, you did it. And oh, come on, they were focusing on me for making money rather than on your transformation.
Yeah, that's so hard.
Imagine the person who don't even face the camera, don't even like to look in the mirror. And when I said, okay, now from today onwards, look in the mirror and say, I love you. And that person started doing it. That person got the result. But some people, they love to blame. They love to be in victim mode, because they are scared that if they will take the charge of their life, then they will 100% responsible. They don't have any space left to blame people. And I swear that shattered my confidence. And I talked to my coaches and healers, and they were like, nothing to do with you. And I said, but I gave them 1000%. I gave them my everything from my heart, because I know they need me. And they said, okay, delete this, or take the printout and put it on the wall, because this is a lesson for you, that don't attach with your clients. Their success is their success. You are the source.
True. 100%.
And you can't take like you said, cow, but my coach told me that you take the horse to the pond to drink water, But you can't force the horse to drink water. Otherwise, that horse will kick you.
Yeah, that's so true. And it's like, it's good that you have your coach or your healer guiding you along the way. And I think it's very important for everyone to have someone who is there to support, because for yourself, as a coach yourself, you need to have your own coach to guide you along the way, right?
I have healer. I have business coach. I have my mind transformation coach. I have 5 coaches because I need to keep on filling my cup, Vivienne. I can't serve people with the empty cup. The cup that is full, that full glass of water is mine. The overflowing part is for humanity. For example, if you are hungry, right? And you saw me now in that food court, and I'm eating something, and you said, "Oh, Fizz, I'm so hungry." You know, now I used to be that person that I offer my food. But after, if I look back 4 years ago, I always offer food. Whoever say, even to my daughter, to my husband, hey, okay, oh, I'm so hungry. Okay, just you share with me. Then I realized that, oh, I still feel hungry. So now what I start doing it after my transformation, after taking all the awakenings and connecting with myself, if my daughter and I, we go for a shopping or for any fun, and she said, "Mom, I will share with you." And I said, "Darling, order a small meal. I will order my meal for myself, and you order your meal. Otherwise, you will not enjoy food, either not I enjoy food. Okay? Or order the large meal, so we will divide together." And then she was like, "Mom, but share." And she told me once, "Mom, sharing is caring." And I said, yeah. I'm not saying that sharing is not caring, but I'm saying, if I'm saying, okay, I will pay you for your food, this is also sharing.
Yeah, that's true.
And
that's a very good message there. It's good that feeling yourself first.
Absolutely. And I love chai latte. And she started loving chai latte too, with the caramel syrup. And I was like, don't try to copy mom, okay? And when my mom was here, we went for lunch and she joined us from school. And when she came here, I had a chai latte in front of me. And it was like and she said, "Can I have my fourth, Mom?" And she took the spoon and take out all the foam. And I was looking at her. And I said, "You said only 1 spoon, right? You have this and I will order the new one." "No, Mom." I said, "No, you take this. I will order the new one." And when I ordered the new one, she was like, I said, "Okay, let me have this foam first and I will give you this. And you give mine back to me." This is the way to teach. Otherwise, I don't enjoy. At that time, if I will say, okay, take 2 or 3 sips, imagine the cup, right? How can I enjoy? So please, people, learn to understand the meaning of sharing and filling your cup. It's not selfishness. It means that you respect yourself. Don't ever, and one message I love to give it to people here. Please, if you are struggling in your life, and if you are suffering silently, don't be the preacher. Don't be the one who suggests people, do this, do that, do this, you will get the result. Preach yourself first. Take action to improve your life, your relationship, your happiness Find your happiness first, because we are very good in suggesting others, especially commenting on different posts on Facebook. If we saw someone suffering, oh my God, the messages that people receive, the comments, when I go through that, and I was like, oh, and I know mostly those people are very good in commenting and sharing their words, those who are miserable in their life because nobody was listening to them.
That's so true.
When they work with me, I will take them to the journey from childhood till now. And they will be so surprised because first of all, when they get on the call with me, I said, hey, I'm your reflection and you are my reflection. Okay. Just be that. Just think about me as you are talking in the mirror, talking to your mirror. Okay. And you are in love zone. Be comfortable. Just relax. It's no judgmental area. It's judgment-free zone. Be honest to get the amazing result. And I had clients who were testing me and just, observing me, that how I judge them. I'm using their words. First session, okay. Second session, okay. Third session, okay. And I got the feeling that there is something deeper. And in fourth session, they said to me, Fizza, I'm sorry. All four of them, yeah, one in a different sessions. So sorry, we judge you. And I said, really? Yeah. Because we never met the person like you who only listened to us, who did not say, yeah, I feel you. Yeah, I had gone through this. Yeah, my mom also said that. And I said, I know the pain. I know how someone feels when you are talking to someone and that someone interferes you. And I told you that in first few sessions, you are the one who will talk by answering my question. And then the later part is mine, because I will take you to the journey of transformation. And they said, I'm sorry, I was hiding one very important thing. I said, what? Is it okay for you to share with me? So that helped me to understand you on a deeper level, and that helped me to choose what therapy I'm going to start with you. That's why I said that everyone is different. And one size does not fit for all. I use different methods with different people because of their requirement. And when they said, this, and I said, okay, now tell me, what do you want? You're asking me what I want? And I said, yeah, because this is your journey, my dear. I'm here to support you. I'm not leaving you alone. I am here. I am here. We are walking together by holding hands. We are dancing, laughing, enjoying, even cry together. And when they said, I want this. And I said, okay. And then I created a strategy for them on the spot in front of them. And I said, okay, be ready. Next session, we will do this. And for 4 of them, I gave them extra time to get rid of those four different people with 4 different secrets. And I said, okay, we will have session on this date, but I want you to take out some time and we will fix this ASAP before we
Wow.
proceed further.
So is that a group session or one-on-one?
I started group session now because first I help people to discover their issues first. And then if they are interested, if they fix, it's a group coaching program. Now I started group coaching program, and that group coaching program is Awaken Your Authentic Self.
Okay.
And we have sessions every single week. And first 2 weeks, I will give them tasking. And the third week, we will have Q&A session.
Wow. So it has been a transformational journey for that whole group.
Yeah.
I
And
see.
if they have any concern, they separately message me in Messenger, because what I do is I created a Facebook group where they will post all of their tasking. And why group coaching, Vivienne? Because first of all, when they are in the group, they get realization that, oh, I'm not alone.
Yes.
And this is a safe place.
Mm.
They got the sense of empathy, not sympathy. And nobody is allowed to have any sympathy, because I know people don't like sympathies. That creates the sense of empathy by understanding, by getting into their shoes. And they know that, oh, okay, I break that's the first step, to break that barrier, what other people think.
Yeah, that's so true.
Nobody think about any one of us. Nobody got the time, Vivienne.
For sure. Yeah, there is a sayings about one of them, my mentor was saying, this is kind of like a spotlight syndrome.
Yeah.
Yes, we sometimes feel that, oh, there is a spotlight on us. We have the feeling that, oh, people are all looking at us, but in actual fact, everyone is so busy caring about themselves. No one's really caring what you are doing. And yeah, thank you so much for sharing that, Fizza, about your clients and the transformation that you are doing for them. And I know that, yes, there is so many stories that you can share with us, but I'm very mindful of the time as well, Fizza. And
that's all right. That's okay. Vivienne, the thing is, it's okay. It's okay to be depressed. It's okay to be anxious. It's okay to be feeling lost and confused. However, it is not okay to surrender and accept that, okay, I can't fix it. You know, everyone can fix everything. There is no word that is called impossible. There is only one word, that is, I am possible. Because God, divine, universe, whatever you call, or Allah, that, oh my God, that's beautiful divine, send us in this world for a reason. And when he created you, he break that mold. Imagine there is no one like you. So you are amazing. You are unique. It's time for you to awaken your authentic self, which is waiting for you. So if I can do it, my clients can do it by unlocking their success, by, conquer their doubts and enjoying happy, successful career and fulfilling relationship, then anyone can do it. Anyone, Vivienne. And I would love to invite you guys, if you are interested, to join my group, Self-Doubt to Self-Confidence. And I'm running as well. I'm running a masterclass on that.
Wow.
So it
that's
would be
so
amazing. And I'm excited.
Oh, that's so good. I really have a lot more questions I got questions that are listed out here, but then I only managed to ask maybe one tenth of it only. Fizza got so many stories to tell, and then she literally have a lot of golden nuggets that she can share with every one of us. But because of the time, maybe we definitely can get Fizza here again to share next time. But then thank you so much for your time, Fizza. You got so many golden nuggets that you just share. I really love the conversation that you share. And you did, my last question is actually asking the one piece of advice for women out there. You did give us a lot of advices already. If you got one last piece of advice that you can give to women, what will that be?
I don't advise people, I just only suggest. And the last suggestion that I have for beautiful, amazing women is only confident mom can raise confident kids. If you are not confident, don't expect your child to be confident. Please don't blame your kids. Don't bash them. Don't expect them to get the good marks or good grades, because what you have within you during pregnancy, you transfer everything in them. So please own your power. Just release everything that is stopping you to be confident. Be confident. Be powerful. And always remember, be you, and the rest will adjust.
Yeah, I love that. I really love that. And then you did mention that probably when we are pregnant, we wasn't confident, right? But we always have time to be confident now, right? I always like to leave a message for everyone out there is that every day is a new beginning. It's never too late to change or whatever that you wanted to do, and make the most out of your today.
Absolutely. High five.
Yes, I really love our conversation. I wanted to really say a big thank you to Fizza. 1 hour is definitely not enough. And I tell my guests that maybe around 45 minutes or 30 minutes, but it's never successfully kept at 30 minutes for all the guests. We got so many to talk to. And Fizza, you got a lot more to share. I know that you have a lot more that you can offer to us, but because of the time, we can't really extend that, but definitely I will want you to come again next time in our conversation to share a lot more that you have. I have a lot more to ask you, to be really honest, but I really appreciate your time with me this morning, and
thank you.
Looking forward for our next one.
Yeah, for sure. Thank you so much. It's a great privilege that you trusted me and you invited me in your podcast. And thank you so much, Vivienne, to connect it with me, because you are also an immigrant here. You also left everything and came here, or your parents. And you know the pain. So it's a great honor for me to connect with you and being the part of your podcast and part of your show and sharing my knowledge, because this is the great my responsibility, because I have knowledge. So to share and to create a conscious awareness. So thank you so much. And if anyone who listen to us and take action by listening to only one thing, then our mission accomplished.
Yes, thank you so much. So I will include Fizza's contact in this video as well. Whoever, I know that my friend circle, I know a lot of you are immigrants as well. If you are suffering in silence, you don't need to be alone. You can always reach out to Fizza or me. We can provide you with some guidance or something like that. Don't feel that you have to do it alone.
Yeah, please don't suffer silently. Otherwise, that affect not only your mental health, that affect your physical health, and each and every single organ of our body get affected. I don't want to get in more detail. I will have a discussion with Vivienne, and we will talk about how we ignore our body because
Mhm.
our body whispers. So
That's
I
right.
will talk to Vivienne to have this conversation next time, because you know,
Yeah.
when we connect together, oh my God, we can talk hours and hours and hours.
I know. It's like so many to talk, and I really love what Fizza is sharing. So again, thank you so much for your time, Fizza.
My
Hopefully
pleasure.
you can be here again next time. And I'll see you next time. Thank you, Fizza.